Hello everybody and welcome to Eddzshed. Today I have got a video for you on how to get a character in Guild Wars to level 80 in just one day. Now I'm going to start this whole video with just sort of a little brief thing before it about sort of my feelings on this method. I'm going to show you how to do it, but if you've never played Guild Wars before, while you can do this method, I would still suggest going out and actually playing the game so that you know how to play. It is one of these things where this could be really useful if you want to just quickly change your mains so that you can still do guild stuff with other people if you're a veteran player, but also if you were to use this brand new to the game, it could really spoil it for you. So please just be careful with how you use what I'm going to tell you in this, because I don't want people moaning at me that they've got a level 80 character and they've missed all of the personal story and stuff like that, and going back through it once you're level 80 is boring, because it can be. But with that being said, I'm going to show you how to do it, and you can make up your own decisions, being pretty much grown-ups, all of you, on whether or not you actually want to go through with this method, or if you just want to do it sort of the longer route. And there'll be videos on my channel on how to speed that up and how to sort of get better at Guild Wars as you're doing that. So make sure to subscribe, and there'll be plenty more stuff, as I say, coming along to help you level up in other ways. But to get going with this, the first thing that you're going to want to do is create a new character. Once you've got a new character, I used a human for this one. It was a human ranger, and I took them out and I leveled them to level 20. Unfortunately, I've lost most of the footage of that, so what you'll actually see is my level 80 ranger, the one that I leveled doing this, in sort of those areas, and I'll be sort of drawing on the map to show you the paths that I was taking. There's also a guide to key farming on my channel, which shows you how to get to level 10 very quickly. If you only get to level 10 and then you decide to stop just leveling naturally through that, that would also be fine. It's just going to cost you a little bit more gold in the long run, but that shouldn't make a huge amount of difference. You know, you're going to have to spend quite a bit of gold anyway. An extra 10 levels, certainly 10 low levels, is not a massive deal. So once you've got to level 20, you're going to want to come back, and we're going to get the rest of the way to level 80 through crafting. For this, you're going to need around about either 120 to 200 gold. It depends on a lot of things. You can get bonus experience when you're crafting, so that can speed things up a lot, and sometimes the prices just fluctuate, or perhaps you take a slightly longer route to level in a particular crafting style. Also, if you're a veteran player and you're doing this method, then you're going to have resources in the bank, which is going to save you money in the long run anyway. But if you're brand new to the game and you don't have that money, the option that you've got is obviously you can buy gems. I would recommend getting it's the 1600 gem pack. It's going to cost you, I think, around about £17.50, which is not that bad considering that you are going to get a level 80 straight away. As I say though, if you're new to the game, I would advise you not doing this method, but that's my personal opinion. You can feel free to just ignore that if you want to. I, of course, had the money. I've got plenty of gold guides on my channel, so if you want to just look at them, that's also another way to quickly get the gold. I don't think you could probably earn 200 gold quicker than leveling. Really depends how quickly you are at leveling naturally. So once you've got your gold, in the description below on this video there is a link to a lot of, or to one particular crafting guide that's very good. There is, however, for sort of the armor smithing, the weapon smithing, things like that, quicker ways to do it, which I'll go through in a separate video, and there should hopefully be a link to that also below. If it isn't there yet, it's because I haven't quite put it up. It should be coming out the same day as this video, or perhaps just a few days after, but if you check back, if it's not there, it'll be there very shortly. So as I say, to start off with crafting, you can feel free to just check that website and just go through it. That pretty much explains what you're going to do for the rest of your time here. But now I'm going to give you some tips with the crafting, just a few little pointers to try and steer you through it and make it a little bit cheaper for you as you go through it. So you got dual crafting, and you've got cooking. And these are the two that you'll really get the initial feeling of, wow, I'm leveling incredibly quickly, because you can sort of bulk make quite a few things. Well, not so much with dual crafting, but it just levels up very quickly. You get a lot of levels from that very quickly if you're going through it. The process of actually getting experience for your character works by every time you go up a crafting rank. So you go from level 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, right the way through to 400 in each of the crafting professions. You will gain a little bit of experience for your character. If you level up all of them, you will get to level 80. You probably won't need to level up all of them with you now being level 20, and that's why we did the first 20 levels, because they're the easiest levels, and this means there's going to save us gold in the long run. So starting with sort of cooking, just a few pointers here, is that there are a few recipes, if you're doing it the shortest, quickest, cheapest way, that require karma. Now, if you're brand new to the game, this isn't really an option for you, because you would have to go out into those areas where you have the karma merchants and purchase from them. If you are a veteran of Guild Wars, then you can just send off one of your level 80s to that area to collect the karma materials. There will be lemons and peaches, I think, are the two karma materials you need for cooking. And they're in reasonably low-level areas. There's a few vendors of each, I believe, that you can get them from. You can check it out on the wiki. There'll probably be links to that also in the description below if I remember to do my sort of job properly. Now, with jewel crafting, there's a lot of ways to level this up. But generally what you want to do is you want to have about 10 to 20 of each of the individual jewel stones. This will go over in more detail in my crafting guide video, which I mentioned earlier. And you can just simply make lots of earrings and rings and stuff, and you level through that incredibly quickly. And it's probably the fastest one to do because you don't have to keep coming back to the trading post. And the reason that you have to keep coming back to the trading post on the other guy, or on the other crafts, is because simply your inventory fills up, and you could salvage them down. That's what I did. You will lose less money. You're going to lose gold on this. You will lose less if you are selling the items back on the trading post, but this can take time and gets tedious and repetitive. I was just salvaging them down because I just wanted to get this done as absolutely quickly as possible. You can probably see that actually happening in the video that's going on now. I'm recording the audio separate because obviously it's took me around about 12 to 14 hours to get to level 80 even through crafting, because it is quite a tedious affair, so I suggest probably putting a video on. And I'm getting quite sidetracked, and that's not a good thing given that this is a guide video. So after that, you're going to start on your armor profession, or on your armor crafting and your weapon crafting. Now, what I suggest you doing here is with the ranger. I didn't do this right. I messed up here. What I should have done is I should have done heavy armor, light armor, and finished on the medium armor, which means that the crafting profession that I've got active once I've finished is my the one that I'm actually going to use the most. This saves, it's only about half a gold, but it still saves half a gold. And the same goes for the weapons and stuff. I should have finished on huntsman, or whatever it was. I don't really think I did that. It would have saved about 2 gold. It's a bit of a drop in the ocean, but still probably worthwhile doing. That gold can be spent for other things. This really does conclude the guide. If you've got any questions about it, let me know, because while it's a very simple, the idea of it, putting it into practice can be quite challenging. And do go check out that guide I've done on crafting, because that will give you far more detail how to level up every single of the crafting professions individually. And that'll get you to level 80 as well. Finally, don't forget to like, subscribe, and you can probably see in the background here my finished level 80 ranger. I went to the trading post after I'd sort of done leveling it, and I got all exotics for it, so it's nice and fully equipped there, and it looks incredibly like my engineer, because I seem to make the exact same character every time I play Guild Wars. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you around.